Peekaboo, 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 I see you. Hello there. Ayin Thropos, and welcome to another edition of the broadcast. You don't know. Alright. Bit of Route 66 here. I want to drink one of these. Oh. Ooh. It ain't the National Beer of Texas, bro, huh? Stella, Stella, Stella. Stella Artois. That's French for Stella Artois. On the last broadcast, I urged each and every one of you to never be caught by surprise. Don't be caught by surprise ever. Oh, you got caught by surprise. No, no, no. Oh, don't ever get caught by surprise. All right. Where in the fuck is James Casbolt? Right? Where in the fuck is James Casbolt? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, the answer to that is actually pretty simple. James Casbolt was put in prison for internet crimes, and as such, it's part of his parole conditions or that he not be on the internet. It's pretty simple. So that pretty much ended his, at least for now, notoriety in the truther community. And some people say it's probably for the best. People that seem to care about this young man, and we hope that James Casbolt is getting his shit together. I doubt he'll be sending any more harassing or posting any more harassing nude pictures of any of his loved ones anytime soon. That was fucking stupid. Fucking stupid, man. Hey, we all make mistakes, right? All right. Okay. So, where is James Casbolt? And who is James Rink? Oh, that little faggot James Rink. Ooh. Little gay boy. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? We're broadcasting here from Austin, Texas. We are part of the Ally Association, meaning we, in our places of business, would people choose to use titles such as gay, lesbian, transgender, and other titles like this, that they would feel completely safe in our businesses because it's a very tolerant and permissive town. It's a model town. And it's an international town. Austin, Texas, baby. It's number one, huh? That's it. So, and that's all I got to say about James Rink right now. I'm not issuing any challenges, no, get in the ring with me, James Rink, or anything like that, like we did about a year and a half ago. Obviously, that little fucking faggot is not going to get into the ring with a grown man like a real man like me. So let's not even tarry there and waste any time with those notions. And what do we not like about James Rink? Well, let me tell you, he's a shisty little son of a bitch. And I'm not sure what's up with that little cocksucker. I can tell you that right now. He's definitely got some alphabet agency connections. He's being managed. He's being handled, and he's a punk. Yeah, supposedly, he has this really good-looking wife or girlfriend or something like that. Yes, she's amazingly beautiful. She's probably just a paid actress. I don't know if any of y'all seen the video where James is doing his twerking. James Rink, not James Casbolt. Looks like he's part of some dance troupe with some Nice looking young ladies doing twerking. Yeah, real impressed with that. And is in a leotard, no, oh, no doubt. Yeah, James, keep up the good work, bro. You're getting mad respect from the community. Fucking faggot. Anyway, let's get back to the nitty gritty here and get back to the real topics at hand and the issues that are bearing down on the truther community, which is a tolerant community as it should be. And a few moments ago, I did not make any anti anything remarks. That was just a personal um, attack, a verbal attack on James Rink, who has absolutely nothing to fear from me because I am no threat to that man at all. Okay, just wanted to get that straight. When you have a program where you got a lot of sharp stuff, you gotta be careful what your delivery is and how you say things. You don't want people to get the wrong impression. And already in the truther community, for some fucking reason, people think I'm just crazier than shit, and that's really not true. That's really not true. Because the truth is, you don't know. You don't know, huh? So don't act like you do. Because then something bad might happen to you. Hmm. What I want to speak about this evening, in addition to James Casbolt, who we've already mentioned, in addition to James Rink, who we've already mentioned, is one of the main subjects that we handle here on the show, You Don't Know, a Basis Texas production. You got that right, baby. Okay. We're coming up on our, what is it, sixth? Our sixth. Soon we'll be launching our sixth investigation of Ghostlight Road. What is Ghostlight Road? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is. There's been books written about it. There's been movies about it. There was a team of scientists from Japan came down in the late 80s to study the phenomenon. The phenomenon is recorded in Texas history books. The phenomenon has been known to the white man for probably close to maybe 170 years, 180 years. And we can only assume that it was known to the red man long before that, as well as the hairy people, the forest people. You know who I'm talking about. The forest people are indicative of this type of these hot zones for paranormal activity. But the most indicative thing is the ghost lights. Ghost lights, often called spook lights, plasma balls, glowing orbs. They have many names all over the world. They are the one paranormal phenomenon that seems to be pervasive in that it can be associated with any other and has been associated with every other paranormal phenomenon, up to and including ghost, which I want to set the record straight on that. In my opinion, Ghost Light Road has zero to do with ghosts, okay? It was not called Ghost Light Road by people in the modern age. It was called Ghost Light Road by superstitious people in the 19th century, in the 1800s. And so some of them thought they were dealing with a ghost. There's also a very weird effect that the ghost lights can have, and that is the light. And I've experienced this phenomenon. I read about it in Rob Riggs' book, and he's written several books about Ghostlight Road and the Sasquatch people. I think he's passed away, but he was known to be an expert in these topics. And he was a reporter in Beaumont for some years, from Beaumont, which is near Saratoga. This is all of this action is in Texas, down there kind of by Houston. Saratoga, Texas is about 45 minutes from Houston. about, maybe 40, 45 minutes north of Houston, getting up into some area like Vider. It's real close to Vider. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was the hate crime where the reprehensible, criminals, these white separatists, antagonized a black man and then put a chain on around his neck and drug him from a car until his head came off. There was a national outcry on that. And anyway, this is the type of people, unfortunately, that you have in this part of the country, in this part of Texas. Where I come from, Lubbock, Texas, is the friendliest place probably in the United States. I mean, if you're gonna get a flat tire, you'd be doing yourself good to have it happen in Lubbock, Texas. Because let me tell you, they'll give you the shirt off their back in Lubbock, Texas. I can guarantee you that. All right, I'm from there, but this area of Texas, the piney woods, it's not quite the same. They don't like strangers there. They don't like outsiders. Okay, every man and every boy in this part of Texas is wearing camouflage to school, to church, to work, to wherever, to bed, I'm sure. Camouflage to bed with their 300-pound wife, because apparently you cannot, not that there's anything wrong with 300-pound wives, but apparently you just cannot live down there unless you have a 300-pound wife. So it's very fascinating. And the people are not very friendly. Not very friendly at all, and they don't like outsiders. Now, fortunately, on Ghost Light Road investigation number 3 and number 4, I had my Dodge truck, which just happened to have the mossy oak package on it, camouflage, right? So I had some camouflage on my truck, and trying to kind of, mix in with the locals. Of course, that didn't work too well, even though I'm from Texas. But I just, I'm not wearing camouflage from head to toe. So basically best just to, keep your mouth shut, mind your own business, stay out of people's way. Don't ask too many questions, especially to the wrong people. And let me tell you, I mean, y'all, anyone who's been watching my show for any amount of time at all knows, I'm as hard as they come. That's just what it is. But you also got to have some common sense. You got to be real with yourself. You got to be real with the world around you, and always be on guard. And just like I said, don't ever get caught by surprise. Well, I would walk down a dark alley at 3 o'clock in the morning in the worst part of Austin, Texas, way before I do anything like that down there around Saratoga, because the people there are not very nice, and they're real ugly too, and they're stupid. All right, I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Anyway, Ghost Light Road is an 8-mile stretch of road. It's perfectly flat. It's perfectly straight. And there's a perfectly good reason for this, and that is because back in the day, during the timber industry's heyday in that part of Texas, in the piney woods, this is in the late 1800s, of course, they had men and doing, lumber work, harvesting wood from these forests. And Ghost Light Road used to be a train track. Train tracks have to be straight most of the time, but they definitely have to be flat. And so Ghost Light Road is a road that is 8 miles straight shots, just straight shot, completely flat and completely straight. However, there's a canopy of trees going up above you. It's like you're almost like going through a tunnel because of these tall trees. They're very haunting. This is as big as we've ever had it on the screen. Okay, are you ready to start walking towards it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Tell me what it does.
I'm looking at the screen. You tell me if it gets closer to us, or if you see. I'm also seeing that it's still the same size in the screen, which tells me that it's staying the same distance away. But god dang it, it's getting broader. There's more activity inside of it now. Okay. Ah! What you? God damn! You scared me, brother.
Well, sorry.
Okay, I'm turning off the recording. See, I don't know how much time we have and stuff. Or no, let's just advance. Fuck it. Well, you know. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, advance. Ayin Thropos, Kevin McCarty, getting the actual footage right now on Ghostlight Road. We're in contact with the orb. It is interacting with us. We are now moving towards the orb, and the orb is retreating, and it's showing increased activity on the interior of the orb. The the brightness of the orb is very bright right now. Kevin, in your opinion, is the orb completely stationary, or is it moving a little bit side by side?
It's bobbing up and down.
It is, because you see, I'm having to move to follow it.
And there's activity on the left.
Okay.
In the trees.
When you start seeing intense activity on the left or the right, please advise me.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn the camera that way. Okay, I'm zooming out. Okay, let's advance. Let's advance. Okay. I'm thinking, I don't know that it's in the middle of the road anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's hard to tell because it's so bright.
Okay.
It's like lighting up the road though.
Now let's try this. Let's start increasing our speed towards it. Right? It's drawing us out in the open for real, right? What if we'd surrounded us? We would not be able to get back to the car without being intercepted by the other lights. Oh god, what's it doing? Are they behind us now?
I was just checking. I don't see
Okay.
anything yet.
Kevin and I have both already seen other lights going through the forest on either side of us. The orbs have been alerted to our presence. We're being engaged by one orb right now. Kevin and I are walking further and further away from the safety of the vehicle, or imagined safety of the vehicle. We are now wide open out here with this thing. It is drawing us away from our safety. Whether intentionally or not, it is in fact, as a de facto fact, drawing us away from our safety. I'm stopping the video right now to conserve batteries. Okay. Oh, damn it.
The place is wicked. It's fucking wicked, man. I found out about the Ghostlight Road phenomenon from watching Nick Redfern on Ancient Aliens, one of the seasons. It was episode number 8 of some season, and this was the show about the Bigfoot/UFO connection. All the speculation about, what might be this connection between Bigfoot and UFOs. And I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole, but it is interesting. But Nick Redfern, well, I guess he was mentioned the glowing orb phenomenon, or the ghost lights, and he mentioned Ghostlight Road in Texas. And Nick Redfern is from the UK, but at the time he lived in Dallas. He's a writer of weird books, and so-called expert on the Kennedy assassination and several other things. He kind of takes the middle of the road top stance on a lot of this stuff and lets the reader kind of draw their own conclusions. But yes, he was living in Dallas, and he was on Ancient Aliens, and he gave the information about Ghostlight Road, and it really piqued my interest, and I went and did an investigation at Ghostlight Road, and I went there with a person I was living with at the time, and After getting to Ghostlight Road, I was experiencing the phenomenon within the first 5 minutes. I can tell you that. I can tell you that much. Not only that, I sense or get the feeling that, and I don't have any way to corroborate this or prove this, it's just kind of a hunch. They know I'm coming. Does that sound crazy? Well, let me tell you, man. These motherfuckers, these lights, they're intelligently controlled. They're watching you. They're following you. If you chase them, they'll run away. If you run away from them, they'll chase you.
I'm thinking, I don't know that it's in the middle of the road anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's hard to tell because it's so bright.
Okay.
It's like lighting up the road though.
Now let's try this. Let's start increasing our speed towards it. Right? It's drawing us out in the open for real, right? What if we surrounded us? We would not be able to get back to the car without being intercepted by the other lights. Okay, what's it doing? Are they behind us now?
I was just checking. I don't see
Okay.
anything yet.
It's definitely intelligent. Not only that, they change sizes. They change sizes and they change colors. They can be all the way up from when they're at their biggest, a lot of times they're orange, and I've seen them almost, I'd say the size somewhere between a baseball and a softball is the biggest I've ever seen one. But then they shrink in size and then they become yellow and then they shrink even more and then they become white until they become just an infinitesimal spot of light, just intensely bright. And then they wink out and disappear, And that's when you realize, oh, they were going through the forest down the side, from the trees, through the trees, back and forth. But these are different colored ones. These would be like the red ones and the blue ones. I've never seen a green ghost light. I've seen red, blue, and then I've seen the ones that are on the road that change from white to yellow to orange to yellow to white as they toy with you or have you under surveillance, whatever they're doing. Maybe even putting up the quote-unquote wall of fear. I will admit, and it's pretty generally known within the truther community or anyone who knows about my show that I ain't a scary motherfucker. I just ain't. You know what I mean? I've been in the penitentiary here in Texas twice. I'm as hard as they come. You know what I mean? There's, it's nothing I'm proud of. It's nothing I'm ashamed of. I'm as hard as they come. All right. But you're dealing with something that's paranormal, something that's literally, I'm not going to say out of this world. There's a lot of people who would like to make that leap and say that this is some type of alien ET conundrum, right? They'd like to say that, and they do say that. They don't know. They don't have any fucking idea. And I don't think they're from outer space. They're in vehicles. They do have vehicles, and these vehicles are capable of amazing things, like changing sizes, apparently going from one dimension to another, or just disappearing, and going through the forest, through the branches, through the trees, through the trees, through the branches, 30, 40 miles an hour without hitting any branches. How the fuck do they do that? Very strange. Very strange. Okay, we're going to do a quick little preface here because I want these pictures to be at the very first of the broadcast. So we're going to kind of jump back in time right now. And I'm going to tell you about the footage that I shot during Ghostlight Road investigation number 4. Okay, I've done 5 investigations out there. And yes, I had experiences on Ghostlight Road investigation number 5. No, actually, come to think about it, the famous, the footage that I'm known for, which is several 1-minute long clips, that was actually from Ghostlight Road investigation number 3. We had professional film gear that we rented. We were filming video in 1080p with I don't know if it's a 100 millimeter telephoto lens, zoom lens, big bastard. somewhat like this on the footage that you're about to see, and the stills. More importantly, the stills really were not shot on this telephoto zoom lens, but one similar to it. You see, you know, that's that ain't no boy's telephoto lens. You know, you put that on your DSLR, you're ready to kick some ass. So anyway, I'm going to show some pictures here right quick. These pictures, listen, anyone, even you, can do a video forensic investigation on Ghost Slide Road using this very video that I'm publishing right here. The excerpts from it, for instance, the 1 minute long video. I have some others which I may or may not add into this. But I took these videos, this 1 minute long clips, and just paused them a number of times, and this is when I first discovered the entities within the orbs. You see, I was filming the ghost lights, what they do, the ghost lights, doing what they do, and unknowingly I was at the same time documenting and filming the entities within the crafts. I'm not going to sit here and speculate what type of craft it was. I'm not saying it was a UFO or anything like that. Certainly there's, what is a UFO? I guess there's many different kinds. But the startling and the jarring and disconcerting and upsetting and disturbing reality of these pictures that I was unknowingly taking, right? I mean, I was taking the 1080p video, but I didn't realize the investigation would take a whole nother turn once I took still images in a very low-tech way, just simply by pausing the video, digital video, and taking a screenshot. You can do the same thing. You have access to the exact same footage by virtue of the fact, now it may have gone through some filters or been, some compression codecs because it's been published on YouTube. So it might not be quite the quality, but it's pretty damn close. And so you can do your own damn investigation. And I think that this is some of the most compelling UFO footage, UFO, right, ever taken. And it has surprised me that haven't received very much interest. No, not too many people have been interested in the Ghost Slide Road footage. I've gone on 5 investigations there, and let me tell you, there's been some people that have accused me of hoaxing this evidence. And those people are fucking morons because I didn't do that. I'm not, really you'll just have to take my word for it. But the thing is, I don't just go out here and go to other countries and do these documentaries and take film teams around and do blood sacrifice rituals and ayahuasca rituals and all this stuff to bring you all this information to like fake some shit. That's beneath me. That's fucking bullshit. I don't make a living doing this. It costs me a lot of money to be involved in these activities. I have a hard on for the truth. I'm in the truther community. I want to know. I think I can handle the truth better than most, anyway. So I'm just trying to find out. I'm a scientist, so to speak. I'm a student of this world. And I'm absolutely trying to find out. I'm going to find out, huh? That's it. So, yeah, there was some moron said, accused me of like shining a flashlight through a paper towel tube or something like that, cardboard tube. I'm like, well, man, that I don't know what that looks like when you shine a flashlight through a paper towel tube. Cardboard tube, but I can tell you what it don't fucking look like, and it don't look like that. It don't look like the video that I am showing you, that I'm going to show you right now. Stay tuned. Check this shit out, huh? Wait. Okay, what you're looking at, you've just now seen the 1 minute long, or one of the 1 minute long videos of the encounter, of several encounters at Ghostlight Road. You can hear the fear in my voice. It's very uncharacteristic of me or for me, what in me, out of me, whatever. Because I'm generally regarded and regard myself as pretty much a fearless individual. Just because of situations I've put myself in this life, and basically led a life of extreme violence. Not because I come from a broken home or anything like that, but just because of other reasons. I don't want to get into that. But yeah, I'm not a scary motherfucker. And but yeah, I was scared, yeah, of these ghost lights, and I am every time. But I keep coming back. I know that they will not harm me, or they can't harm me, or whatever. And but they also seem to know that I'm coming. I feel. I have that feeling. I could be wrong about that. I could be reading something into it that isn't there. There is a defense that is postulated, theorized, whatever you want to call it, that the forest people have, the Sasquatch people. And this is called the Wall of Fear. And it is the imagined or the idealized, the idea that an entity or some other being can project fear, psychological fear, into you or whoever's bothering them or whoever they want to scare away. And yeah, I was afraid, and I felt like the fear was a little bit unnatural. And I have legitimate questions as to whether I was hit by this wall of fear phenomenon. We'll see. We've got more investigations to do there. I'm quickly becoming the world's #1 expert on Ghostlight Road in Saratoga, Texas. Now, as I mentioned, there is this phenomenon is worldwide. These ghost lights, fairy lights, spook lights, glowing orbs, plasma balls, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're real. They're everywhere. And they have lots of different names. Now, these aren't the ghost lights or glowing orbs like what you see with some people sometimes take with their camera, and it's like there's a little ball of dust or something floating around. And I'm not saying that some of these are not genuine. I've seen some that are kind of compelling, but this is an altogether different phenomenon. These things are bright. I mean, they are emitting light. They're traveling at great speeds. They're interfacing with you. They're blocking you, chasing you, containing you, surrounding you, watching you, and who knows what the fuck else they're doing, right? I don't recall any missing time, any missing, you know what that means, woo, yeah, right, up in the UFO, right? If you believe that type of bullshit from Wesley Strieber. Obviously, the man's full of shit. Nice guy, but he's full of shit. And he's probably also definitely a CIA shill. Old Strieber, getting an anal probe, huh? Author of Communion. Come on, man. We ain't trying to hear about that old fairy tale UFO shit. Let me tell you, I felt like I was on the forefront, on the pioneer frontier, so to speak, of humanity for many years growing up, because I believed in UFOs. I had an open enough mind to believe that such a thing as UFOs could exist, and I'm not saying they can't. But my opinion of UFOs has changed drastically and dramatically in the last several years. I am no longer a proponent of the outer space theory or whatever it is, Yeah, the idea that, listen, let me clarify this one issue right here. Here at You Don't Know, a Basis Texas production, our official stance, what we believe officially believe is the globe model of the Earth. In other words, that we live on an Earth that's somewhat like a ball, like a soccer ball, and it's been around and around and around, round and round and round. And so we do not believe in the flat Earth, bullshit conspiracy theories. It is frustrating that all the facts seem to be on their side, but aside from that, yeah, this is what we believe in right here. Okay. Just wanted to clarify that. So anyway, you've seen the video. Now I'm going to show you some stills. These are, once again, just screenshots that I took of the video. You can do the same thing, and then I've colored them in, to emphasize the figures that I'm seeing. And these things are moving within the orb. They are piloting the orb. They are the entities within the orbs. And hold on to your fucking pajamas. They look like the ET gray aliens that we have been shown our entire lives. Wouldn't you know? I mean, couldn't they look like something else? I mean, couldn't they look like, Barney the dinosaur, or, Buck Rogers, or Speed Racer or something? They had to look like these big, green, gray things, whatever, with the sunglasses wrap around the sunglasses, big eyes, big almond eyes. Yeah, that's what the fuck they look like, huh? And I'm going to show you the pictures right here, and you're going to know that I am an experiencer, legit, and that I did not hoax any of this. Check it out. Okay, this first picture you're looking at is basically the entity. You can see, and I'm going to show the pictures without, just untouched or whatever, and then with graphics that I just drew on there. It's not Photoshop or anything like that. It's just very low tech. And so anyway, and I've gone back and then shown these same pictures with, what I see, the face, the head, the eyes, the shoulders, everything like this. And then there's this other picture right here, or a couple pictures in this series, that show two entities. And one standing upright is the same one that you were looking at a moment ago. And this other one is kind of, leaned over here to the side. It's like, hey, what's going on over there? And the guy that's laying down on the side is what I call a pyramid head alien. And there's been depictions of these. Some artists that made depictions of these. I'm going to show his artwork right here. I don't know the artist's name, but I'd like to give him credit, but I don't know who it is. And they are showing these pyramid head looking creatures that are somewhat reminiscent of Hellboy 2, the Golden Army, in the troll cavern or whatever it was, the troll market, where there was some very unusual looking creatures. And I swear I remember some of these in that movie, just like this. And here I took photographic evidence of these creatures and the gray aliens. Unbeknownst to me at the time, I was just taking pictures of the lights. But you can repeat this experiment and take this video that I've just, presented to you, and download it to your computer, and then start stopping it or pausing it, and you'll see these entities. They're it's very obvious. You're looking at it right now. It's fucking fascinating. I don't know what to make of it. I do not have any reason to believe that these entities are from outer space. I know where they come from, as a matter of fact. And the reason I know where they come from is because I have filmed where they come from. And let me tell you, Jack, they come from below the ground. Yes, I have filmed these entities, these crafts coming out of the ground. I guess little holes, foxholes, fairy holes. I don't know what the fuck they are. Or just through, materializing through the ground. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not saying they all come from there, but they probably do. But yeah, they come from under the ground. What are they hiding? Are they guarding a secret alien base down there? A reptilian nest? You know, they got their reptilian commanders, something like that. Oh, let's call Richard Bruce. We'll get him on the case, huh? Wee! Richard, slow down, buddy. Slow down, okay? Drinking too much of that Kool-Aid, huh? Ooh, wee. Yeah. Oh, Richard Bruce is a fascinating individual. I think I spoke about him a couple of videos ago after some helicopters came by as I was doing a podcast out front by my Harley. I was getting in my Mercedes and just boom, 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 you know, and it was looked up there was some helicopters. It made me think of Richard Bruce because he's always either continually being harassed by the LAPD or imagining it, but he does have a lot of footage of it, so it's somewhat compelling. And that cocksucker used to be a sheriff for the sheriff's, you know, for the county of Los Angeles County. And then, you know, and then he turned into his Fruit Loop, you know, his UFO guy. Who knows? Who knows? He does get some compelling footage. He has an interesting perspective. He's somewhat intense. I've actually corresponded with Richard Bruce, and he wanted to get me involved in some stuff because he liked my energy or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what the deal was. But he started talking to me out of line, you know, like, hey, son, you know, like, son, you fucking, boy, I'll stomp your ass. You shut the fuck up, huh? Ooh, I didn't like that when Richard Bruce called me son. Fucking faggot. Anyway, not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, all right. Just want to get that disclaimer in there. So yeah, it's food for thought. You now know more, I hope, about the Ghost Lights road or Ghost Light phenomenon than you did before you started watching this. Some of you have been following me for years, and so you've heard about my experiences in Ghost Light Road, and we are preparing as we speak to, after we go to Bolivia and Peru just in a couple months from now in February. After that, possibly even before that, we will be going on an expedition, a weekend expedition to Ghost Light Road. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your likes, appreciate your views, appreciate your subscriptions. Please subscribe to this channel. And we want to keep it going so we can keep discovering the truth for y'all in whatever form it takes. We ain't gonna be scared. We're not looking for a specific truth. We're looking to see what shows itself. I'm Ayin Thropos, and this is You Don't Know. You don't know, huh? So don't act like you do, because then something bad might happen to you. And I'm talking to you. Oh, all right, man. Peace out.